Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still trying to figure out if that fresh orange ring around Nikki Haley's mouth is from nacho cheese, hot sauce, or spray tan. Spray tan. Donald Trump held a rally in the Bronx that the right-wing media wants you to believe was a record-breaking success and a love fest. But it was another poorly attended hot diaper dumpster fire that included Sleepy Hollow and Chef G, and that's Chef with an SH. Gordon Ramsay was not there, but two rappers that were arrested on charges ranging from murder to weapons, kidnapping, assault, and conspiracy were. It's the party of law and order. Hey, even George Santos DeVolder Katara Goldbergstein showed up. I'll be getting into some cringe moments from the rally, checking out the USPS employee who managed to call into Mike Lindell's show to question him on his math record and mail-in ballots. Plus, Alex weighs in on Jasmine Crockett's B6 trademark and more, starting with this.
It was loose, it was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I think they're regretting keeping him in that Manhattan courtroom. He ends up in the Bronx with 25,000, 30,000 people.
Offering to demand law and order in our inner cities, restore peace around this world. And that's a message that all Americans can get behind. And that is why you saw more than 25,000 people show up in the deep blue Bronx tonight, bringing the same energy and enthusiasm that we felt a few weeks ago in deep blue New Jersey, where more than 100,000 people showed up to hear from.
Yes, over on the entertainment channel for married cousins, they're running with 25,000, 30,000 people, which would be impressive, but it's not even remotely true. And the 100,000 in New Jersey, I mean, that's long been debunked. Here's actual news going from a close shot to an aerial showing what is around 3,000 people in a city of billions. That's the best Trump can pull. It is pouring MAGA tears. I played in 35 countries for over 2 decades, but most days you'll find me here. Thanks for taking in this bald comedian's take on things. Please join the best subscribers on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more.
And I also want to work with your mayor and your governor, happen to be Democrats, to clean up the homeless encampments so that you can once again enjoy your parks and your public spaces. Right now, you don't have public spaces. They're occupied by migrants in tents.
When you are literally in a public space, a park that is mostly empty, as we just saw, and you're being told that the public spaces are just full of migrants in tents? Come on.
How do you get up in the morning and put your pants on? Where do you put the pants on? I'll explain it to you someday.
I get up with a Ronnie Jackson pill smoothie and swipe through Ivanka's Instagram, she's so hot, while Eric uses the golden turd tongs on my diaper and a small crane to hoist up my clown pants. It is terrific.
This is really cool.
Water.
She all right? She okay?
It's like he's taunting them. They fainted, they need water, so I think I'll get a bottle of water and drink it while you find them one. Crazy.
Oh, I like that. I want to get that done.
President Trump, oh man. One thing I want to say. One thing I want to say, they always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Thank you, fellas. I appreciate you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. That's where I like those teeth. I want to find out where you did. I got to get my teeth like that.
Oh, please get the gold teeth, Trump, so you can match the toilet that you've never used. Sleepy Hollow and Chef G were arrested as part of a 32-person, 140-count gang indictment alleging murder, attempted murder, gun possession, and other crimes. District Attorney Gonzalez claimed that the men charged are members of the 8 Trey Crips and 9 Ways gangs, who comes up with these names, who collectively waged war on the Folk Nation Gangster Disciples and ICG Babies over a period starting in March 2019. Sleepy Hollow, real name Tegan Chambers, is one of Chef G's, real name Michael Williams, music collaborators. District Attorney Gonzalez said, "What we allege and what we learned during the course of this investigation is that Chef G used a lot of the money he earned to help facilitate further gang activity, encouraging gang members to participate in violent crimes." Williams is accused of ordering, coordinating, and bankrolling Brooklyn shootings and allegedly being a getaway driver for an April 6, 2021 Flatbush shooting. Surveillance footage allegedly captured Williams driving 3 defendants in a Trackhawk registered in his name. Chef G, again SH, not CH, not a chef, went to jail multiple times, including stints for robbery, a felony gun charge, and a criminal possession of a weapon charge that led to a high-speed chase in Long Island. Are these guys hoping that Trump could pardon them if he's elected? Are they using this for free press? But even if these guys are popular, and they are popular, I have to stress that, these guys have millions and millions of streams. They are involved in some serious criminal activity, and Team Trump was completely fine with their public endorsement. There has even been some pushback from their own fans who feel that they're being used. Again and again, Trump talks tough about gangs and crime and his path to make America safe, and he's hanging out with these people that joined gangs at 12? Insanity.
We have some that looks like they're calling in. Just give me a minute and I'll let you know as soon as we have them ready.
Okay, I guess they're screening them now. Man, yeah, hey, Denver, I don't mind talking to prank callers too, or the attack media. We all know that.
Well, that's a new one because I've tried to get through many times. I've never been successful, but I guess that was more when Brandon was running the show. So I guess Denver will be a little looser with things. Also, whenever Lindell takes callers, he usually has to kill time waiting for someone to call in. But a Tommy Campbell Show viewer, Chad Tymeyer, managed to get through. And he's been bothered by Lindell's calculus claims that he often boasts about. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, check this out.
I took calculus in 8th grade. I said I took calculus in 8th grade. I said I was a professional card counter for part of my career. And I may have been an ex-crack addict and stuff, but I did take calculus in 8th grade. I can glance down my throat, glance down well, here I am. I took calculus in 8th or 9th grade. I believe it was 9th grade. I look at numbers every day.
I think the only time this guy looked at numbers every day was when he was counting in grams. Math is one of Lindell's major reasons that he thinks people should listen to him like he's some sort of Goodwill Hunting. Yet the guy can't count to 3, and his own math genius calculus claims flips between 8th grade and 9th grade. You would think that if one of the primary reasons you claim you are qualified to be the election votes by numbers guy is your mathematical expertise, yet Lindell can't get one number right, and he's called on it by Chad.
Okay, yeah, okay, go ahead. We'll bring him on. Do we have a name here?
No name. They didn't give us a name. So, caller, you're on the line.
Okay, caller, you're on the line. How can I? This is Mike Lindell.
Mike Lindell.
Okay, caller, you're on the line. How can I? This is Mike Lindell. I can't hear anything on my end.
Mike.
Yep.
Mike, you took calculus in 8th or 9th grade? Which one was
9th grade.
And what math class did you take after that? Oh, 9th grade. Okay, because you say 8th grade sometimes and confusing.
Yeah, it was actually we started it. Hey, Apollo, this is it was the end of 8th grade and 9th grade, but it was and actually it probably went into 10th grade. We were very much we were the first class ever at Chaska High School to do a calculus.
That's awesome.
That early.
Wow.
So what's your question?
So
yeah, I don't think that's a great answer, Mike. Lindell still can't nail down a story, and this is the first time we've seen 10th grade introduced thanks to Chad, which is likely when it started, but far less impressive. I mean, if he even ever did take it in 10th grade. His own facts are so jumbled, it's like he's been playing the telephone game with himself. And speaking of phones, Postal worker Chad noted that there was a big delay. No shocker that the systems aren't running well at the biggest broadcast place ever. And Chad went on to mention this.
Okay, so yeah, I work at the post office, and I've seen all kinds of corruption going on there. Yeah, like, we all work really hard, and they make us work overtime, and it's so tough. But, I haven't seen anything with the ballots, though, because, we all delivered the ballots, and, who lives there, and nobody's ever like, oh, my God, I've got 20,000 ballots going to this threat today. So I'm curious, what's going on with the ballots?
Well, you know what? I've been focused on the machines. If you ever watch my show, you know, you have to have other tools that people can say. Let me just say. I'll give you an example.
I love you for bringing this up, Chad, and you can see it clearly flusters Mike. Oh, wow, 20,000 ballots to this address. Never seen that. I mean, I was never a postie myself, but I worked for FedEx in the 90s, and I get what he's saying. You do the same route day after day. You know the names very quickly, but Lindell gets all flustered and frustrated, and he says he's focused on the machines. Chad says, well, they're okay, but Lindell ignores this and decides to rewrite history regarding mail-in ballots.
If you get all these mail-in ballots, which we didn't have before the China virus, which most of this was put in illegal by Secretary of State, so legislatures didn't vote that in. They're supposed to vote that in. But anyway, they had all these ballots. I'm telling you, if you're in a state and you get a mail-in ballot, keep that mail-in ballot, and then you go vote the day of the election.
There was mail-in voting before the last election. This is just insane. It was during the Civil War that America first experimented with absentee voting on a large scale. 5 states were already holding entirely mail-in elections before the pandemic: Colorado, Hawaii, Oregon, Washington, and Utah. 29 states and Washington, D.C. allowed no excuse mail-in absentee voting, and 16 states allowed voters to cast a ballot by mail if they had an excuse. Does he not want any of the troops abroad to have a vote? Is that what he's going for? Lindell loves to promote his plan for same-day voting only, something totally unrealistic and stupid. But again, keep telling your MAGA right-wing base to wait the day of, because that plan worked out so well last time.
Do you need ballots and all this stuff? Is there ballot stuff? And you see 2,000 mules? Of course there is. You've seen it happen in Pennsylvania. There's evidence there. They had more votes than voters because of everything that went through or didn't go through the post office, that they say went through the post office. There's all kinds of stuff when it comes to that.
This is all Tom Selleck's slow cousin has. His main evidence is 2,000 Mules, a debunked conspiracy theory film by Dinesh D'Souza. He just waffles on for ages, and Chad noted that his call was cut. He couldn't chime in after he first pushed back. So A for effort, Chad. Glad you got through, but it's clearly challenging to get through to Mike. If there was widespread voter fraud through mail-in ballots, there would have been red flags at several steps along the way, and we know that the actual instances of voter fraud have just been MAGA again and again. But keep burning your pillow money and we'll keep laughing at your dyed mustache and MAGA tears. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie. Again, good dude. Well, that Jasmine Crockett continues to own her. I mean, she is pretty good. She is. She's cool. Like, she filed a trademark for her bleach blonde, bad build, butch body comment that has been abbreviated to B6. Like, their side's all about the B6 and we're all about the J6. And I guess she's like, trademark the name so she can sell merchandise. But I've got news for you. My gorgeous Georgia Gremlin struts her B6 around the bunker, and you may have ownership of the title you gave my knockoff Lego-headed side piece. You can TM like a shirt or a hat, but you can't trademark her. Oh, I know. You globalists are already cloning people, but don't think you can duplicate the magic of Marjorie, who even took to the socials to clap back at Jasmine. Yes, my body is built and strong. Not with nips, tucks, plastic, or silicone, but through a healthy lifestyle. Soon turning 50 years old, God willing, I will continue to live, run, swim, play sports, surf, ski, climb, and live this life to the fullest and enjoy every moment. And there's a video too, let's check it out. MTG's nearly 50. I mean, J-Lo, Gwen Stefani, and Paul Rudd are like way over 50, so she shouldn't be tossing that number around or those weights. Seriously, I don't even think that's exercise, but she has a thing for dumbbells. Now, the other sports in that tweet I cannot vouch for, like I cannot confirm or deny she's ever surfed or swam, because I think her mortadella meat stump feet would be a greater danger to the ocean than coral bleaching, microplastics, and exploding billionaire subs combined. Okay? All those things are fake news anyhow, but I'm all for her trying to get those Marky Mark muscles in the gym. I'll even put on some Ted Nugent for her to destroy her joints to, and I'll send her a pouch of fresh food. She is still off the dry kibble, but I don't want anything aquatic to do with her, because I cannot risk exposing my bulging eyes to what happens when we get swindled when I pass her tibia toll booth. Oh, you thought this was decent for a lunatic claiming she was nearly 50? Wait till you get to the ankles so bloated they look like Vladimir Putin, except for the fact that the skin is as destroyed as Lauren Boebert's knees after scrubbing the floors at Jason Bobert's No Questions Woodshack off the 36. Password Beetlejuice, gang. We're talking a maximum of 7 on-the-turn parsnip toes connected to 2 bacon quilts, okay? Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. Why are liberal men betas? MAGA tears. I guarantee you this guy has never been laid once. MAGA tears. Fake news, this is garbage. MAGA tears. Oh, please get the gold teeth, Trump, so they can match the toilet that you've never used. Dumps in his pants. I'll even put on some Ted Nugent for her to destroy her joints to, and I'll send her a pouch of fresh food. There you go. You're still off the kibble. Don't bite. Don't bite. District Attorney Gonzalez claimed that the men charged are members of the 8-tray clips. I cannot risk exploding. I cannot risk exposing my bulging eyes to what happens when we get swindled when we pass her toll booth, tibia toll booth. Wait till you get to the ankles so bloated they look like Vladimir Putin, except for the fact that their skin is as destroyed as Lauren Boebert's knees after scrubbing the crusty floors at Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.